Good day, my dear students. Today we are performing one chemistry practical demo. This is our second quantitative practical. Already we have performed three salts, three inorganic salts, and one volumetric analysis. Today we are performing one more volumetric analysis, and today's titration is KMnO4 versus oxalic acid. I have taken KMnO4 in the burette, and I have taken exactly 10 ml oxalic acid using this special measuring apparatus known as pipette. So this 10 ml whose molarity I know, whereas molarity of KMnO4 I don't know. That is our aim of the experiment. So our aim of the experiment is what? To determine the molarity as well as grams per liter. So how much amount of potassium permanganate dissolved in its 1000 ml or 1 liter to make it 1 molarity. Okay. So that is our calculation about. That means we are today determining the molarity of KMnO4. Knowing the molarity volume of oxalic acid, knowing the only volume of KMnO4, we are determining the molarity of KMnO4. Okay. So it is KMnO4 versus oxalic acid. For this, what is the indicator? Because color change has to be there to know whether reaction completed or not. For this, no extra indicator is required because of the intense color of the KMnO4. KMnO4, its color is a very attractive color, very intense purple color. That is enough. Its original color is what? Purple. Okay, purple color. But when it reacts with acid, so in the acid it is colorless. Okay. So when KMnO4 reacts with oxalic acid, as long as it is reacting, it is becoming colorless. Once KMnO4 reacts completely with oxalic acid, reaction over. How to know? After the completion of reaction, if one extra drop is, if I add, that extra drop will remain unreacted. So what is unreacted KMnO4 color? Purple color, pink color, that will remain in the flask. So that is the end point. So appearing pink color in the corrected flask after the reaction is over indicates reaction is completed. So KMnO4 not only acts as a reactant, also acts as what? Indicator. It is called a self-indicator. Extra indicator we are not using because of the special property. Okay. So with this, let us start first practical demo, this part. Then using the volumes and the molarity, all these, we will go for the calculation part. Okay. Right. So this is 10 ml oxalic acid I have taken only using the pipette. Now to this, I am adding dilute sulfuric acid, which acts as dehydrating agent as well as acidic medium. This reaction is best possible if you carry out with the acidic medium. So one test tube of sulfuric acid I am adding. Okay, right. Then I will go for slightly warm. Please wait. Okay, I will go for slightly warm. When I warm, that means you have learned the 11th class according to the Lee-Chatelier principle. Okay. So in the effect of temperature, effect of reagents, effect of concentration, all those we learned in chemical equilibrium under the topic Lee-Chatelier's principle. So therefore, this reaction is, it will give best result in the presence of water, dilute sulfuric acid as well as heat energy. Therefore, both conditions you have to fulfill, and I am fulfilling. Keep shaking the chemical flask so that uniform distribution of heat energy around the bottom of the conical flask so that in less time we can warm the reaction mixture. Okay, right. In the meantime, what I do, I take one more tin ml, and I will keep reading the second reading also. After adding, sorry, I have to add one test tube full of sulfuric acid so that I am ready for the two titrations. Yeah. So once the content is ready, we will start the titration. So same thing, I am going for warm up in the presence of water, sulfuric acid, let it warm. Okay, right? Okay, I have set the burette exactly 50 ml. It is taken. Now I am going for what? Titration. I am going for titration. Okay, right. So what I do with you? So that to shake. Right. First reading is pilot reading, which gives direction. For this, I have to add 1 ml by 1 ml. Please recall our previous demo where to know the pilot reading, to know the range, we have added the titration or whatever you have taken in the burette 1 ml by 1 ml. So accordingly, I am adding 1 ml by 1 ml. So my eyes are on the burette, right? Now, second, no, third, no, fourth, no, fifth, no, sixth, no, seventh ml, no, this is 8th ml, still no reaction. Race is going on, but race is not completed. Now I am adding 9th ml. 9th ml, let us see. Again, no reaction. So now I am adding 10 ml. 10 ml. No reaction. Reaction yet to complete. Now I am adding the 11th ml. See, when after shaking, pink color is there, no? That indicates reaction completed. For 10th ml, there was no reaction, there was no color change. For the 11th ml, color change is there. That means this is the pilot reading between 10 to 11. Now we have to go for real reading. So I go up to 10 ml straight away. From 10 ml, I go by drop. Okay, so at a particular point we will get the color change, that is the end point, that is the real reading. So this is the pilot. Now I came from that, my reading is in between 10 and 11. Okay, right. So now I go for the real reading. Yeah, right, okay. So it is hot, so I am waiting for it. Otherwise, what I do? I go for So in the warm condition, in the presence of acid, you have to carry out reaction. Okay. So to control the temperature, I am doing all these. Okay. Right. Control the temperature. Yeah. So I think reaction mixture is ready. Okay. Right. Reaction mixture is ready. Ready for preparation. Now my initial reading is at 11 ml. So 11 plus 10, 21. Straight away I go up to 11 plus 10, 21 ml because I know up to 10 ml no reaction. That's why I am straight away leaving up to 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Right. So be ready for the real reading. 11 plus 10, 21. One plus 10, 21. Yeah. See the change. Suddenly I had no reaction up to 10 ml. Okay, now to know the real reading, drop by drop. Every drop counts. So my eyes should be not on the burette. Now here at this point, so that every drop is counted. Every drop is taken care. Okay, right now drop wise. Yeah. No. 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 Slowly, slowly we are close to the reading now. No. 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 Yeah. No. Oh, I thought it will come, but please wait. Wait, at the microscopic level, at the molecular level, reaction is taking place. Okay, every molecule is very important. Its role is very important in deciding end point. In deciding the end point. Yeah. Yeah. No. No. Yeah. Now I think We are a bit close. We are a bit close to the end point. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Disappear once again. So I think only few drops, countable drops are required to reach the end point. Yeah. Almost. You shake. I think now one drop will decide. One drop. Yeah, definitely. You keep shaking. This is a light pink, which indicates reaction completed and end point is reached. Reaction over. So now let us see the reading. It was 21 now. So 21.8. 21.8. See, very close to the 22, so 21.8. So I am keeping this reading 21.8. Then I go for the calculation. Okay. So please wait for the calculation. Okay, boys and girl, or my dear students. Now we'll go for the calculation part. Okay, right. First, you have to show your observation to the examiner. Okay. In burette, what is there? Okay. In burette, potassium permanganate is there, whose molarity we have to determine. In pipette, oxalic acid I have taken 10 ml, whose molarity is 0.1 m. This is prepared by me. Okay, or you who are doing the experiment, they will prepare it. Okay, right. Indicator. Self-indicator KMnO4. Color change, colorless to pink. Our end point is what? Colorless to the pink. And this is the chemical balanced chemical equation which is involved in this test or the experiment or the titration. Okay. So KMnO4 versus oxalic acid. Right. Pilot reading which gives direction. So my pilot reading was 10 to 11 ml. 10 to 11 ml. Now, burette reading. This is also burette only. Why this is called burette reading? This is real reading. Okay. After knowing the pilot reading, exact reading was my initial final what? Final was 22.8. Okay. So initially it was what? 11.0. Right. So final minus initial gives the exact how much ml of KMnO4 consumed in reacting with 0.1 m 10 ml of oxalic acid. Okay, right. So it is 8. So 1, 2 minus 1, 1. 22.10 to 11. Wait. 2 minus 1, 1. It was 10 to how much? It was 23 or 24. 22.8. And initially it was 11, correct? It is correct. So 8, 2 minus 1, 1. So then what is my direct? Pilot reading is what? 10 to 11, and from 11 I have started. Okay, 11 plus 10 up to 21 I added continuously. So from 21 drop wise it was added. So at 21.8 I got the light pink color. For the pilot reading I get a dark color, whereas for the real reading I get the light, because every drop counts here, so light pink is enough. But here we don't exactly, just to know the range we get the color, that is the dark color, light color. Okay, right. So 1 minus 1, 0, 2 minus 1, 1, it is 10.8 ml consumed. Okay, right. So like this, we should go for 3 same reading. Here in the demo we are doing only 1, but in the examination we have to do 3, 1 pilot, 3 similar concurrent readings, that gives you the full marks. So 10.8 ml is the volume of KM4 added. Right? Okay. Now M1 given by N1 equal to M2 U2 by N2 using the molarity formula. Okay, and taking care of the coefficients which are involved in the chemical equation. This is for oxalic acid and this one is for the KMNO4. Molarity of oxalic acid, okay, 0.1. 0.1. So M1 equal to 0.1, therefore M2 equal to, here I calculate. So here I calculate. So M2 equal to, M1 equal to molarity 0.1. Then V1 is the volume of oxalic acid. I have taken 10 ml using the pipette, right? N2 is what? N2 is the coefficient which is required in the balanced chemical equation for the KMNO4. For KMNO4, 2 moles. So it is 2 by V2, volume of KMNO4, real reading 10.8 into N1, number of moles in the chemical equation. What is N1 for oxalic acid? Oxalic acid 5 moles. Okay. So 10 into 20. So it is 20 into 0.1. Okay. By 10.8 into 5. Okay. So 20 ones are 20, or it is 2.0. Okay. By 10 into 8 into 5. 10.8 into 5. So after the multiplication, how much you get? 5 is 44, 5 is 5. It is 54.0. So 2.0 by 54.0, if you divide, that is the molarity of KMNO4. So the answer is 0.03. 0.037 is there. So approximately equal to 0.04. Yeah. This is the molarity. So now I'll calculate what? Gram per liter. So molarity 0.04 into gram molecular mass or molar mass of KMNO4. Molar mass of KMNO4 is, I have to refer the table instead of calculating. So KMNO4 molar mass 58. Okay. So what I do? KMNO4. Together we can go for the calculation. Yeah. KMNO4. Grams per liter. Potassium permanganate's molecular mass, gram molecular mass or the molar mass. Potassium, Mn manganese, 4 oxygen, total 158 gram. Okay, so that I multiply here 0.04 into 158. Okay, 0.04 into 158 are the point. It is 6.32. 6.32 means what? Means 6.32 gram of KMNO4 we have dissolved in its 1 liter of solution to get 0.037 molarity or 0.04 molarity. So this one he wants.